Hello everybody, some would say I'm the Reverse, and welcome to another Arrowverse Week-in-Review. This is week number 7. We got 2 shows to review this week. The Flash Season 7 Episode 2, titled The Speed of Thought, and Superman and Lois Season 1 Episode 3, titled The Perks of Not Being a Wallflower. So, let's get right into my first review, which is The Flash Season 7 Episode 2. So, my initial thoughts on the episode: this is easily one of the best episodes we've gotten in years. It's definitely up there with The Last Temptation of Barry Allen Part 1, Enter Flash Time, Legacy, what other ones are there? Those are the kind of the main 3 that pop into my head. This one is up there with them. It had good writing. It was completely surprising. I didn't expect any of what happened in this episode. It was different. It was unique. It wasn't a villain of the week storyline, and it contributed to the overall plot of the season. And it's keeping everyone talking. It truly is a great episode. I'm about to get to why that is. But yeah, I think it's much better than last week's episode, which I wasn't overly impressed with. I thought it was a good premiere and a decently good way to start off the season, despite it not originally intending to be the premiere. But this one was much, much better. This is easily 9.6 or something out of 10. And yeah, so let's talk about it. Barry gets a new power of speed thinking. Reading the synopsis for this episode, I was worried because, I'm not the only one that thought this, but Barry's been able to think fast since he got his powers. That's how he operates. He doesn't, when he runs at super speed, he doesn't see things really fast. He's thinking fast, so to him everything is in normal speed, I guess. And Enter Flash Time, we see that in detail. And then obviously when he reads books really fast and stuff, and we saw him watching a TV show, a bunch of TV shows that one time after he got out of the Speed Force, all that, he sees things at normal speed. So I was worried about that, but it's a different ability. It's just his synapses firing really quickly, so he can predict things really quickly, which I thought was a really good explanation to how this power is different from what he's always done. And I really like the way they use it. He sacrifices all of his emotions, and we get a really interesting version of Barry, and I just have to give it up to Grant Gustin, who has done an incredible job this season so far. Last episode, he was all the Wells, and this episode he is an emotionless robot. And usually, obviously, that would be a slight at his acting abilities, but he was really, really good. And obviously, him being emotionless was a point of drama within Team Flash, but it really worked. It didn't feel as CW as a lot of them do, because both sides were right. So yeah. Iris finally got out of the Mirrorverse, which is really cool. It's been a long time she's been in there. And they did the unexpected. I was expecting her to come out whenever she did, and she would have an awesome scene with Barry where they reunite and they are lovey-dovey all about it, but that's not the case. She, after seeing Barry, how he is, and him not wanting to save Camilla and Singh, she didn't want to come back in, and it was much different than I expected it to be. Frost got speed for a little while in this episode, which was completely unexpected. Obviously, nobody was expecting that. It was an awesome scene. The CGI, particularly, was surprisingly great for the Flash standards. And I've been noticing that, throughout the entire season so far. I don't know if it's because they had more time to kind of fix the effects and make them better, but it looked great. What else do we have in the core episode? I guess Eva's coming up with her plan to kind of transform this world into a mirror world or something. Like I said, Iris comes out of the Mirrorverse. Barry throws lightning at the artificial Speed Force. I don't know what's going on there. He kind of erupts into a storm of blue lightning. A lot of people are saying he destroyed the artificial Speed Force so he wouldn't speed think anymore. But what I think happened, he was trying to charge it because everyone around him was unconscious and Iris was seizing. He didn't know how to save her. He needed his speed thinking back to come up with a solution. So he tried to charge it, and it backfired. Either he accidentally destroyed it, or the artificial Speed Force is snapping back at him or something. Because, obviously, if the wells are in it, it's probably like some sort of sentient. So yeah. But yeah, let's talk about that freaking post-credit scene. The original Harrison Wells coming back to life. So it says, once upon a time, we see Eobard Thawne taking, the Wells' DNA, and we see a little extra scene of him putting the body into the grave and him burying it. And then all these particles form above the grave, and O.G. Harrison Wells from season 1 comes back. And we've only seen him in a few scenes, but yeah. So is he the new Wells, or is he going to be a side story? Is he going to be lurking in the shadows? Did this scene take place in current day? Did he just form, or was that right after he was killed, or what's going on there? And what the hell were those particles? Were those Spectre particles, mirror particles? Were those the Nash particles after the artificial Speed Force is seemingly destroyed or something? Was that Green Lantern particles? We know Diggle is going to be a decent part of the back half of season 7. And he's going to be having a storyline dealing with where we left him off in Arrow, obviously, with the implied Green Lantern ring. So does that have to do with that? I don't know. Or does it have to do with Pariah and the Crisis? I have no idea. Where is this going to go? I have no idea. I'm just so intrigued, and I'm so excited about it. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. So yeah, the episode was incredible. Yeah, it was a great episode. I wasn't expecting much. The trailer wasn't super impressive, but wow, I was blown away by this episode, to be honest. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'd probably rank it about a 9.6 out of 10 or something. So yeah, that was great. I really liked that episode. So yeah, let's watch the trailer for next week's, which is titled Mother. This was originally supposed to be the season 6 finale, but of course COVID kind of changed all that, so it's 7:03. So yeah, let's watch the trailer.
Whatever's happening out there, it's spreading. She's manipulating any reflective surface.
Black out the city. Requesting backup. I don't have my speed. Iris, come back to me.
With every person that gets replaced, her army grows.
It's a full-blown invasion.
Knock, knock.
Alright, so yeah, I'm really excited for next week's episode. The trailer doesn't get me hyped because for what they're showing us, it seems like it's going to be kind of a rehash of 608, The Last Temptation of Mary Ellen Part 2, also known as the finale of Season 6A, which, it looks the exact same concept, except it's Mirror Master instead of Bloodwork, and instead of Bloodwork zombies, it's mirror clones. So, yeah, I don't know how to feel about that, but I am nonetheless excited just because we don't know much about this episode besides the trailer and stuff, and the synopsis, which doesn't really tell us much about what's going to happen, but yeah, I am extremely excited. So yeah, so that's the Flash for today. Let's get on with Superman and Lois. I have not seen the episode yet, but I will watch the episode right now, and I'll get on with that review. I'll see you guys in 1 second. Alright, time for my review for Superman and Lois Season 1, Episode 3, The Perks of Not Being a Wallflower. Let's get into my initial thoughts of the episode. So, I'd say this might be the weakest episode of this season as of yet. Not really entirely sure. These episodes are really, really hard to rank because they're all so close in quality. But yeah, it was another really good episode. I especially liked some of the plot lines that happened in this episode, such as Jordan joining the football team. I thought that was hilarious when he was just decking and wrecking just everyone on the football team. I thought that was really cool. Sarah broke up with Sean, and her romance with Jordan is developing. I like their budding friendship and stuff. Jordan's continuing to explore with his powers and stuff, and he's gotten into more conflict with Clark, which is great to see because Clark is obviously Superman, so he doesn't have a lot of physical threats, so he needs those emotional threats with his family and stuff, which is exactly what Jordan and them portray. Sorry if I sound really emotional, I'm very monotone right now. It's like 10 or 11 at night right now, and pretty tired, so yeah. But this doesn't reflect on what I thought about the episode, so what else do we got in this episode? Lois is continuing her investigation into Morgan Edge. This lady comes to her and basically talks to her about her son's disappearance and stuff and how that relates to Morgan Edge. And then that lady ends up dead, and someone blows up Lois's car, and Lois gets attacked by this supervillain with powers that works for Morgan Edge, and Superman saves her and stuff. And then at the end of the episode, this Supergirl, I guess, this villain who has heat vision, just like Superman's, shows up and kills this other villain. So it looks like Morgan Edge is kind of the leader of this supervillain organization, whatever it may be. I don't know what it is, but yeah. I'm excited to see where that's going to be going. And I wonder, what is that lady's powers? Is it just heat vision, or it's probably everything? I'm not sure who this character is, but yeah. Really, that's basically all that happened in this episode, I guess. There's smaller things like an exploration into the Lang family, or I think they're called the Kusher family. Lang is just her maiden name, but yeah, I really like that exploration. Kind of fleshing Lana's character out a little bit was nice, and all that. And Clark became the assistant football coach at the end of the episode, so it'll be fun seeing him as the coach, and John and Jordan are both on the team, and yeah, all that. Yeah, a bit of a short review. There's not much to talk about in depth. The production quality is up to par, like usual. Very, very good CGI and stuff, and music and all that. This episode felt a little more CW than the first two episodes, which is probably why I'm kind of on the verge of saying this is probably the worst episode thus far. But it was still very good. So yeah, let's watch the trailer for next week's episode. I don't even know the title for next week's episode. I forgot, but yeah, let's watch the trailer nonetheless. Yeah, let's do it.
When your dad gets distracted, lives are at stake.
Any dad is not the only one that can do this.
You would never hurt anyone. It was an accident.
You can't tell them not to come to me for help.
I don't like his priorities changing.
It's called being a father.
Alright, next week's episode seems pretty interesting. We got the return of, obviously, General Lane. More conflict with him, which I like the conflict with him. You get both sides. Clark has a complicated life. He's got priorities, but also General Lane is right. Superman or Clark should have probably not told him that he was Superman. He obviously didn't have a choice. They found out. He didn't tell them, but yeah. So, yeah, more conflict with that. I see a lot of action there, which is good. We don't really see much. The episode is called Haywire, so I'm interested to see what that's about. I'm not super fluent in Superman knowledge from the comic books. I'm more of a Batman fan and a Flash fan, but maybe is Haywire like a villain in the Superman comics? I'm not sure. I'm not a huge Superman comic fan, but yeah. I'm definitely excited for next week's. All the episodes have been great thus far, and yeah. Oh yeah. So that's really that's really it for Superman and Lois. Yeah, let's rank them. So in second place we have the Superman and Lois episode, and for the first time this year, the Flash gets the edge over Superman and Lois. Just got to give it to it. The Flash episode was great. The cliffhanger, I'm still thinking about it right now. The episode is just plain awesome. It was one of the best in recent years. Whereas Superman and Lois's episode was probably the worst of the season. Again, when I say the worst of the season, it wasn't bad by any means. It was probably still like a 9.4 or 9.5. It was still very, very, very good. It's just, yeah, it wasn't as good as the Flash episode, which is surprising because overall I'd say that this show has been super impressive, and yeah, I'm definitely more excited about it than I am the Flash. But after this recent episode of Flash, yeah, I'm getting into the Flash hype a little bit again now. But yeah, the Flash gets the edge over Superman and Lois this week, and yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for next week, which I believe we have Batwoman coming back, along with another Flash and Superman and Lois. Soon, Supergirl is going to be replacing Superman and Lois, which I'm sad, because Supergirl sucks, and the show is really, really good. I don't know how long it's going to be going on for. I hope it's not too long. But yeah. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for next week's Week in Review. And yeah, that's it. See ya.